Hello there. This is Isix. Another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Hey dude, why are you upside down, man? So, I've done a little bit of a flight. I hope you forgive me for not having the entire thing on camera. Because holy hell, some of the burns I had to do took so long. How long, you might ask? Well, the one to get to where I need to be took about 45 minutes. Yes, I just sort of set the game on and let it do its thing. I might ask, why so much time, eh? Well, the short answer is because, well, you'll see in a moment. There we are. Let's go ahead and toss out our panels. See, there's only one engine on this thing, right? And it's pretty dang heavy. It's a very efficient engine. It has lots of fuel, so it can burn for a very long time. And thus it did. We are high above Jewel. It's around here somewhere. There we go. There's Jewel. Hello, Green Planet. The mystical home place of the Kerbalness. Now, why is only this one's popping out? Oh well, when I get actually landed, I'll figure out what to do there. So, I am here in an orbit, the Hyperstar 5, which barely was able to launch, like most Hyperstars. And we are in an orbit around Jewel, and we can have several options here. We can... Where do we want to go today? Now, some of these are going to be obviously easier to get to than others. Let's try... Tylo might be a little too beefy for our adventure today. Let's try for Vall. I know we've tried for Vall before and it just ended in tears. Now there are a few differences to this particular craft that make it a little more special. One, you have these things here. These were necessary in order to hold up this tank over the primary stages. These, you can see a little bit of the efforts to keep that stable still present. You also have these tanks here with no engines each. That's to help lighten the load, but oh man, this thing doesn't have all that much power on its own. So it's burned out through most of these tanks, and so you should have enough fuel for a insertion of some sort. And yeah, and so that's pretty groovy. What else have changed? Well, we have some parachutes in case we want to send this particular design onto a atmospheric planet. We also have these babies, the radioisotope thermoelectric generators. So if we're ever pointed the perfect wrong direction again, we won't run out of power. Ever. Oh, except for slightly when we're doing weird stuff. Anyway, did I have to change anything else? I tried to fiddle with this action group, but yeah, I guess they're just not buying it today. Yeah. Anywho, let's try to get closer into Vall. We'll try to get a orbit close to its trajectory and such, nice and quick. So that's also a good question. Actually, yeah. Before we do that, it's pretty far out. Yeah, I'll do that maneuver later. Gonna go ahead and shrink things down. Try to dodge. Nope, no, we don't want to be hitting moons here. We're gonna get nice and close like that. Then we'll shrink our orbit so we don't hit Tylo, and we'll try to get to Vall directly from that point on. I could try to go straight there, but this is probably safer. Plus, we still have plenty of fuel left over in this baby. And we're almost in the right direction, too. Just a slight kick. I should probably be careful when I have the solar panels extended. I don't want to be knocking them off. Alright, let's go ahead and speed it up a bit. So we can get all the way down. Turning down the minutes. What do you mean, estimated burn? Not. I don't understand. Let's go ahead and close our solar panels. No, really, I don't get it. I'm confused. Why is it giving me a NA? Tell me, Kerbals. Tell me. Why the not accepted? Why am I not accepted in your space program computations? Well, I guess I'll just get around here and just start firing. Oh, now we know what's up. 3 some minutes, whatever. And I will join you, hopefully, in a smaller orbit. Here we are, about to do a slight orbital correction to get properly in the plane with our destination. Gonna make sure we're not overheating this engine, because we got to shift this baby down slightly. Excuse me. You might... So here's a little bit factoid. See all these planets and spacecraft and such? Each one of them has its own angular momentum. What we're doing when we sort of slowly make our way down in orbits like this is to reduce our angular momentum. And by doing so, we sort of bring ourselves to an orbital speed that's more in tune with whatever we're trying to get to. We are hopefully... Yeah, it's pretty good. And what was it saying? Yes, so we get to orbits that are much better, more in tune with the orbit we're trying to meet. There we go. 5-minute burn. I will probably see you on the far end of that. But to finish up my sort of haphazard spiel here, each object has a sort of linear velocity, but due to the gravitational pull of the body, that is curved about, and it forms a circular path, which is sort of a, which means it has a angular speed along that path, which is which can then attaches to its angular momentum. I'm explaining this poorly. I should know better. Anyway, the long story short, if you'll forgive my crazy, is that by pushing against this velocity, we're able to reduce our angular momentum, and thus fall in and closer in, and then we'll reduce it again to bring it in, the orbit even closer, because it is more than just momentum and stuff. Ooh, it's way over here. Yeah. No, get over here. And so, then suddenly we're like, oh, we have a lot less energy and stuff like that, and it's all good. So we're basically perpetually slowing down. Alright, let's extend the solar panels. And I will see you after this next maneuver. That a pretty sight. Jewel, Lathe, the Hyperstar. Fuel about to run out. It's beautiful. Tylo over there, judging me. I'll be back someday. Back. And we even still have some fuel left in these outer tanks. Yeah, I don't want that. Anyway, let's see what we can do about getting down to our destination. Val, take us away. Maybe. So when it's over there, it'll be over there. We want to get as close as possible, which means encounter over yonder, which is behind us. Oh, stop screwing with my nodes. There we go. Can we get one here? Not really. Let's draw it down a little bit. Yeah. Guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit before we can try to do a capture. A proper capturings. We have a day to wait. Let's speed her up. I just realized something. I want to make sure I'm on target. It'll be a 1-minute burn. We'll probably run out of fuel here. Yeah, this will be a nice, slow insertion. Don't want anything too crazy, because the engine on this is not so great. What now? Yes. Okay. Let's speed around. Go faster than the speeding bullet. No, that's not what I want to do. Quicker than the ray of light she's flying. That's closer, but maybe I just like the song. Anyway, so we get prepared. These are pretty quick orbits, by the way. You know, if Earth's moon like orbited at that speed, it would be like, oh, what time it is? Well, let's look up and see the moon. It's over yonder, so that must mean it's 4 o'clock. We are 1 hour 26 minutes out. We are nicely on target. Go ahead and speed her up on this view here, and watch the planetoids and moons fly around their respective positions as I sort of step down through the time. In about 10 seconds. Yes. Yes! Yes! For science! And popcorn! And cookies! Yes, delicious cookies. Are we on target? I think we are. I think we're on target. Let us burn and hate the fuel. Now, I probably will stick with you guys here for a moment, because we're going to be running out of fuel here. And hopefully, nothing bizarre happens when I eject these canisters. Yes, we're going to be maybe finally doing a intelligent maneuver to get this thing handled, and I should probably be pulling those back in. This isn't much of a thrusting rocket, but especially if I'm ejecting these canisters, it could start accelerating a little bit better. Question is, will we run out of fuel or burn first? Plus, sometimes doing slight adjustments is necessary. Nothing new there. Which means nothing new in any of the other instruments. We're almost there, but we're almost there at the same time. I think we're going to be stuck with these canisters for a little bit longer. 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Main engine shut off. And just barely doing the thing. Now, I do see one problem here. We seem to be maybe colliding with the moon. Again. Crap. Let's go ahead and toss this maneuver. Let's see if we can... No, it's not... Ow, it's going to be do that weird thing. It's like, oh, your maneuver's over here. No, I want to be here. There we go. Nope. Okay. I want to sort of view what's going to be going on over here. Okay, this is kind of annoying, but I want to sort of establish an apoasis. If I can. Maybe that's not going to work. I don't know. Let's try this again. Maneuvers are hard. Let's do shopping. No. Shopping's hard. I don't like shopping. Just a slight twinge. Maybe I'll just wait till I'm a little closer. Can actually tell what the hell's going on. Alright. So, let's orbit up. Perhaps for glory, perhaps for defeat. Defeat. Lovely defeat. Defeat the feet. Feet. Omatic. Matical feet. Whee! Alright, we're coming up here. And slowing down again. Just want to see what it looks like inside the influence of our buddy Vall. Hey Vall, what's up? Bongo. Oh. What do we have here? We have death. Nothing but death. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, we want to, as soon as possible, toss in a maneuver. If we can. Please. Am I not responding anymore? Because it wants to be able to do it there. Okay, I'll just drag her around and say, hey, I don't want to crash into the planet, or the moon, whatever. I, in some time soon, wish to do that maneuver. Just a 20-second burn. Don't worry, it's nothing. We'll be in good shape. Very good shape. I mean, don't know why I turned evil there. Just want to kick around a little bit better. Give us some more of that angular momentum, as mentioning earlier. And hopefully, avoid a direct impact. Instead, a close flyby, which we can then turn into something else, perhaps. Now we might actually lose these things. Finally. Woo. I think we're orbital. Or something. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonza. Crap. Still stuck with them. Ooh. Well, at least while we're here, perhaps this is enough for a couple hours. I'm going to set up a maneuver down here to get us into a proper orbit, I think. Which I could probably do right now. If it will let me. It's so weird. Did I mention that the Kerbal space program here is not responsible for any insanity or blood urges, psycho clowns creeping you out and stalking you all through the night, or any of that silliness? It's not. It's not, I tell you. It can't be. Not again. I mean, what about space madness? Space madness. Anywho, me going crazy later. I am going to bid you adieu for a few minutes while I do some science and get aligned for the proper place. And probably end up in the dark side of the universe. Should be very careful I don't run out of power. I don't seem to be, but we are sort of on the dark side of Jewel here. Yeah, it's not a good place to be. trying to do careful maneuvers with the space probe. On this burn, we'll probably kick these, finally. Keep saying that, but it hasn't happened yet. Anywho, let's try this. Holy crap! I have no idea if this is actually true or not, but let's just take a look, see what the transmissions give me. Now, this is the Gravioli, so it does take a bit of juice and time to upload. So I'll keep talking for a few more moments before I get 108 science. Wow, holy smokes! Let's try the materials bay. Hoo-lee-hoo! Another mission like this, and I might be good to go. Mystery Goo is right at home. Fortunately, only one of them seems to be wired up. No avionics. And yeah, I'm going to science the crap out of this moon. I'll be with you a little bit. Back. And we're going to hopefully start our burn presently. If it'll let me. There we go. To try to get into proper Valiant orbit. We are now out of the shadow of Jewel, which is good. Though we might be getting a solar eclipse soon with another moon. Oh well, it's a good thing I have these radioactive doohickeys on my craft now. Otherwise, this would just be a foolish mission. And really, I should have thought that well before I started just sending my stuff willy-nilly out to Jewel. Alright, we are out of fuel, so let's try this. This could end in tears, so... Whew! That's a spicy separation. Now it's heating up faster. Weird. We are lowering our orbit, taking away some of our energy, positing it into space particles that are now flying away from this point. An incredible velocity. Well, it's not really incredible. It's just really kind of high. Now, I do want to try to land on the bright side of this thing if I can. Assuming I'm able. But we'll see. Because we got a lot of meters per second still to sort of have to burn out of as we're coming down. And we are go. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and extend these guys again. We are in much nicer low orbit over Vall. No, I want to... No, I want... No, 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 no. Come on, give me back. Jewel, Lathe, Vall, Tylo, Bop, Pole, Elo, Hyperstar 5. Okay. After that trip around the solar system, we are back in orbit. Roughly around a moon of Jewel. The jewel of the star system. Now, when I swing back around again, I will want to start lowering my apoasis down to where I need it to be. It's only 30 minutes out. Do many orbits a day. And we also, in general, want to get more science! Alright, there's nothing new here. Anything here? Any goo? Goo feels right at home, man. Materials. A little bit left. No avionics. And yeah. So, probably have to be a little bit closer down before any of the others start working. Especially the seismic scan, since that only works, on the ground. Let's go ahead and toss him another maneuver here. I want to be very careful. Periapsis. Apoasis. Get this nice and tight. This will be when I'm going the fastest. Then I'll lower this one down. And then maybe even just start landing at that point. So I want to make sure I'm not hitting any mountains, which I don't think there's any 43,000 meter mountains on this thing. but still always good to be sure. So I'll end it there. Then yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the jewel. I can't talk again today. This is weird. I hate it when that happens. Suddenly my saliva in my mouth starts running out and I don't have anything handy to drink to sort of alleviate the problem. Then my spacecraft starts creating out of control and horrible things happen. I don't know. Just don't know anymore. Alright, we are coming back up on our point of entry. It would be nice to have this sort of... Yeah, I think when I come back around, I'll just start coming in for a proper landing. We got 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and burn through those. For just a 21-second burn. Go ahead and bring the solar panels in. Because I want to be safe. I want to keep those on me as long as possible. Any more science to do? Not really. Alright. Speed it up again, because I hate waiting. Of course, it's meant I've missed many a point insertion before. Like I almost did there. And just a few seconds to burn, and can't possibly overheat in that amount of time. And I'll swing around again, and start coming in a little bit on the flip side, I think. Or I could just start doing it here. Now I want a little bit more maneuver time. Just in case. Because Jewel is there. Yeah, we'll still be on the light side, I think, at that point. Yeah. I want to make yeah, I think I'll try to start my landing maybe over here. Just want to cut off all my momentum, if I can. That'll be a 3-minute burn. Oh, this will be exciting. We'll probably have to jump the stage at some point. Go in with the landing legs. Anywho, let's speed her up a little bit. Watch as our numbers tick down. We get nice and close. I'll probably see if I can do some science on the far side here. Yes, I'm going to rely on the radioactive batteries. Keep my power going. Can we do anything new? Yes, we can. Temperature data from the environment. Cool. Pictures of the internal makeup. Cool. That means I have another bit of science to do. So we are 29 minutes, or 28 minutes there. I'm going to do some more science, and I will be back with you in a minute. Change of plans. Doing science takes a while. So I've changed up my maneuver a little bit. So that's going to be hopefully landing in this spot here, depending on how quickly the moon turns. And yeah, I'm going to let it do its science for a little bit longer. So I'm still sort of transmitting from my flyby close altitude. Ooh, so much data, and I probably did overkilling on the spamming there. Careful, kids. Science can be dangerous to your mission health. Internal study bay. Downloads quick. No more science there. Same with that. Goo observation is a little more being squeezed out. Yeah. Temperature scan. Zeroed out. Anything left on the seismic? Nope. Alright. So I will see you in a little bit. These are the continuing voyages of the Hyperstar 5. It's a continuing mission to look at this moon more and more, around and around, over and over. And we're coming up on a new maneuver. A new maneuver. Maneuver? Ew. I don't want any of that. Usually don't play that. Coming in. Haughty. Alright, I want to get about another minute in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull in the panels. Do quick scan. Yep. We're good. A few more seconds. And we are going to adjust our heading. And hopefully, this will be our landing. Hooray! We want to cut out as much of our momentum as possible. And just sort of plop down. Yeah. Nothing too much to it. We are now suborbital, coming in for a landing, I guess, over Vall. Our engine's overheating. It's okay. This moon might have too much gravity for us, for our lander to come down safely on its little meek engine, but that's okay as well. We are coming in groovy. Yeah, we're coming in groovy, I think. 3 minutes left in our burn. Well, no matter what happens with this, we've gotten all sorts of amazing science. You know, and this is a space probe, so it's okay if it dies. Hopefully it doesn't, but yeah. I would like to actually land this thing on something. Gotten all so much trouble, like literally hours off screen, just trying to get this thing even launched in the first place. Because it's like, people are probably getting tired of me just blowing up rockets on them. Now, can I try to change up where I'm going to land it all at this point? Don't know. Might try for here. Oh. What's going on? What's going on? Oh well, let's just ignore that then. Go away. Maneuvers are strange. We're just going to cut off as much as our momentum as possible, and we'll see how things go from there. Hooray! And do we want to try to dodge these mountains? Don't know if we can. We always tend to land on slopes anyway, so yeah, might as well give it a whirl, right? Coming in, coming in, coming in. Certainly is pretty, though. Look at that. Look at that. I never thought I'd actually accomplish something like this in a game like this. Just too wild, you know? It's too amazing. We're actually starting to churn through this fuel a bit here. Going to basically try to keep going so that our engine's firing, canceling out as much of our momentum as possible. Trying to get a gauge on how much that is, how much it's going to be. I think no matter what we do, we're going to probably miss most of this mountain, since that's pretty much right under us right now. Assuming we don't cut off too late. Yeah, which might be coming up pretty soon, actually. Just adjustment there. Yeah, we can even toss a little bit this way to try to maintain our position, but keep our orbit closing. Yeah, that sounds like a splendid idea. When are we going to move to ground velocity? That's what I actually care about. Alright, I'm actually going to cut the engine here. Ooh, dear. I think we changed our thing. And we're going to accelerate a little bit. So I can drop down some. Not all the way, mind you. Just want to make sure we're over the mountains. I guess crustal upheaval or something. To a little bit shallower landing spot. Don't mean super shallow. Hey, we're apparently auto-saving. Looky that. And get on to canceling more of this momentum. Yeah, we're kind of coming right at this zone here. Not the best, in fact, it might be the worst. Let's try to angle over slightly. So if we come down, we're coming down maybe further down the slope. Yep, we're coming in for landing. Sort of. I might need to toss this engine and hope the next one down works well enough. Let's get our landing gear going. In fact, yeah, I think it might be best to just toss this baby, because we're coming in real hot, real quick here. Okay, toss that. It's not so much better. At least if we land, we'll land on our feet. And we don't have to worry about overheating by going full blast. Alright. We got 16,000 meters to go. 300 meters per second or so to cancel out. We're going to go ahead and turn on our RCS. Give it a test real quick. It's our lights, apparently. Okay. I think this is going to help with our situation. Just getting more and more dire. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, that's useless. Yeah, I think we're going to crash. We're going to crash hard. Ooh, Nelly. This ain't good. This ain't good, man. We're all gonna die. Well, maybe the thing will, like, survive slightly. Kinda doubt it. I should have cut down so much more momentum. And here we go. Impact. It sort of stuck in the thing for a moment. Well, the Hyperstar 5 is no more. Long live the Hyperstar 5. Like its friend, it's crash landed on this crazy, complicated world. This moon of doom. Yeah, I really needed a more powerful engine for the last bit there. Note to self, get a more powerful engine for the last bit. Yeah. So I don't think this thing's going to be able to make it to Moho, at least to the ground. So, I'm going to have to think about design choices. And docking. And maybe some sort of interplanetary ferry vessel. Yeah. Anywho, until next time, I will see you, space explorers. Oh, on the flight results panel. Got the coupler was damaged. Yeah, there is some major issues with that impact. Anywho, that's a lot of ground distance. 1,000 million billion meters? Total distance travel. That doesn't. Pretty sure it's more than 941,000 kilometers. And total Total mission time. So this took over a year real lifetime to get all the way done. Aren't you glad I didn't spend all that time? Anyway, let's go check out the Space Center because we should have science on our hands. And then I'll probably call it an episode unless I buy something science-wise. How much science? We have 1,723 science now. That's quite the haul from just one pain in the ass mission. Alrighty, so we got landers, we got probes, we got ion propulsion. That's a pretty good impulse, or LSP there. A lot of xenon gas. Maybe I could redesign my mini probe for something like that. Okay. Maybe the interplanetary ferry should be something like that. I'll have to think about this. We've got some aeronautical parts. We got some girders. We got something else. Let's see. I think I'll pass on that for the moment. If I'm going to have a proper unmanned ferry vessel, probably a good idea to have some more probodines. Let's go ahead and grab this. What does it unlock? It unlocks this. What's this? The sturdy lightweight probe core also survive higher heat loads than its counterparts. The simplest shape also appears to modern art collectors. Truly something for everyone. And remote guidance unit. Not only allows for control of unmanned rockets, also equipped with its own reaction wheels and is totally hypoallergenic. Nice. Let's grab a couple more space plane parts, perhaps, because we should probably start doing some of that. Which unlocks this, gives us our super protective rocket nose cone, the cockpit, and some more fuselages, adapters and things. And we'll go ahead and got plenty of science. Let's go ahead and grab this engine, which unlocks this engine, the Aerospike rocket. Cool, cool. More canards. And we'll nab this, I think. Because why not? Which will give us future access to more rover stuff. And we can start playing with rovers as well. Just leaves the... I think all these are quite too expensive for what I have left. So I'll go ahead and grab the ion propulsion and call it good. Anyway, this has been Isix with the Kerbal Space Program. I hope you enjoyed. Until now, oh yes, people, I should be like telling you to subscribe and like and things like that. Do that. Cool. Until next time, toodles.